Please help support the channel by visiting our Amazon store, affiliate link below. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and over the course of the past week, I have spent a fair amount of time discussing this whole PewDiePie situation. A lot of people are probably going to be like, God damn it, Matt, not another one. And I get it, and I want to move on too, but there's been a lot that's happened from the initial statement to the apology, to the fallout, to the false DMCA, to the backlash of the game's press, to people that have been actively trying to take PewDiePie down. There are a lot of elements at play right now, and it's one of those things where it's interesting to follow because you can kind of see who's got his back, who doesn't have his back, and who has his back for maybe whatever reason. And that kind of leads me to this whole H3H3 thing, because I am a big fan of H3H3. I love their work. I supported them wholeheartedly when Matt Haas was suing them over, copyright infringement, knowing that they did nothing wrong, knowing that they were going to win. I championed their victory, and I very much love Ethan and Hila and the content they produce. But when it comes to this PewDiePie situation and their response, especially Ethan's response, I just kind of have to respond with the simple, the fuck? Ethan, what the hell is wrong with you, man? No, seriously, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, I am critical of the situation. I'm also pretty upset because it makes no damn sense to me. Okay, you sit there on your podcast and you lambast Felix for what he said, but there's video of you interviewing iDubbbz not too long ago when you're dropping the N-word, hard R and everything multiple times. Now, there's maybe you could argue a difference in the context. You guys are talking about an iDubbbz thing and referencing that. Sure, yeah, fine. But you still said you love saying it, and you still kept repeating it. But Felix dropping it one time in a heat of moment in the game, that makes him the bad guy. That makes him the problem. This is where the hypocrisy of certain people get under my skin. There's nothing wrong with holding your opinion. I don't really care what it is, provided you back it up when the chips fall. If you have a strong opinion on something and you don't back it up when it's called for and you curtail and you run, I got problems with that. And the reason why this H3H3 thing bothers me is because you would expect YouTubers like Ethan and Hila to have Felix's back for not only, the idea behind free speech, saying whatever you want, but the idea there of people make mistakes and people say dumb things. Oh, and the fact that just a little bit ago on their own podcast, Ethan was sitting there dropping the hard R, pretty frequently, to the point of where even iDubbbz was visually, uncomfortable by it. And Ethan was just having a field day going like, I get to say the N word, or Ethan was. So it's one of those things where it's like, come on, guys. Like, what the hell? But I have a theory about this. And this theory probably won't win me any fans. It probably won't win me any favors. And people might be mad at me for saying it. But this is what I think. When you move to Hollywood, which Ethan and Hila did, when you start running in those circles, which Ethan and Hila are, you don't want to anger your newfound friends. You don't want to go outside of that echo chamber. And I'm not saying that they're in that echo chamber exactly. I'm saying that I think they're circling it kind of like a rim job. They're there. They're on the outside. They're new to this party. They're able to get Justin Roiland and Alex Hirsch to come out and be on the podcast, to raise $100,000 for Hurricane Harvey. He's able to get people on there, big name people that are outside of the YouTube game that are talking to him now, that are working with him now. And he's kind of entering into this new entertainment industry world where those connections are made. And he can then, kind of benefit from those friendships. And so by condemning PewDiePie in this moment in time, it almost serves to be more of a business decision than it is an actual stance, which is one of the things that bothers me about this. I think Ethan 6 months ago, a year ago, wouldn't have the same opinion he has right now. I really honestly don't. He wouldn't have the same opinion because he has said the N-word before with an A and an R ending in videos. And he has said it before in regards to other people. So it's one of those things where it's like, dude, come on here. You have a history of dropping this word. You have a history of dropping this word on streams and videos. And you're going to condemn a guy for dropping it once in a heat of, in the heat of the moment, in almost a crime of idiotic passion. I have a bit of problem with that. I expect more from people like Ethan and Hila in regards to this nonsense. Now, listen, I am not saying at all, and do not interpret what I'm saying at all to mean PewDiePie deserves absolute absolvement of this issue, that he doesn't deserve criticism, he doesn't deserve to take his licks. Yeah. But when it comes to this situation as a whole, it boils down to the old saying of he who is without sin cast the first stone, or, people in glass houses shouldn't throw rocks, basically. And that's kind of what Ethan is doing here. He's very much in his glass house, which is now established in the heart of Hollywood. And he's throwing some stones pretty hard. And that is unfortunate. That's a problem. I understand what I think is happening. I understand it. I get it. But man, you don't want to go down that path. Once you go down that path of not wanting to anger people in the industry, not wanting to criticize them, or get on their bad side because of where things stand politically right now in Hollywood, especially, there's almost no coming back from that. Once you burn the bridges of trust with your audience, there's no coming back from that, at least not for a very long time. And I'm not saying they should come out, fall on their sword, and apologize to Felix. I want them to at least acknowledge and interpersonally, what happened, because that's the whole situation here. Felix made a mistake. It was a dumb thing to say. I don't think anyone is basically like giving him a whole pass on this one. But it's almost like we've all said dumb things in the heat of the moment. We've all said dumb things around our friends. We've all said dumb things at stupid times. And the best course of action for us as a people is to acknowledge that mistakes happen, acknowledge that forgiveness has been asked, and then also provide that forgiveness. And when you go out there and you attack someone for something you yourself are guilty of very recently, it doesn't bode well for you at all. And again, Ethan and Hila won't care what I have to say. Ethan and Hila won't care at all what I think about this. Felix won't care about what I think about this. But as a person who watches both of these content creators, who very much likes both of these content creators, to see this go down like this, it just makes me, it just pisses me off. Because, you figure there'd be more consistency. And maybe that's the problem here, is that there's not consistency. And that's what's causing me to get a little bit ticked off with the whole situation. So with any luck, this thing will eventually work itself out. It will eventually go away. But this is kind of, I guess you could say, like a moment for other content creators or other people in this public space to realize that what we say has an impact, that what we say can come back to haunt us, can come back to bite us in the ass. But we're also only human. We all make mistakes. And it's best not to completely, think the worst of somebody right off the bat. Understand that people might make errors, and that if they are asking for forgiveness, genuinely asking for forgiveness, then we should be willing to give it to them. So, and I even say that with the H3H3. You say stupid shit, I'm going to link to a video in the video description that showcases the exact hypocrisy. I don't want to put it on here because I don't want to get my channel demonetized. Yeah. So anyway, think of this what you will. I'm just not happy with the way this whole thing's playing out. I look at it as more as a backstab, or just willful ignorance, which honestly, God, is really no better. Hey guys, that wraps up this video. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so below. I love to read your guys' input. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help me in the YouTube algorithm. If you want to support the channel, there's the Amazon affiliate store, there's PayPal, there's Patreon, there's Bitcoin. And if you're bored and you want something else to watch, check out 3 Buck Theater up here. My name is Matt Jarbo. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a wonderful day. Peace out.